Look what I found. I was asked to speak at a women's empowerment luncheon called Better as One by Miss Shan Marie. And this is my portion. I spoke about mindset. I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, let's take a look at it.
That's my party, y'all. That's her mom.
Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Chonita Nicole, and I am a full-time YouTuber, content creator. My company is called Do Dream On. I am a certified dreamer, and I'm actually going to be talking about mindset as well, but in the world of content creation and building confidence. And what I'm going to do is I'm giving away a free one-on-one consultation, because I do provide consultations to people who want to grow their social media, grow their YouTube, make money online. I've been doing that full-time for 4 years. And so I'm going to be providing someone with a free one-on-one consultation, and it's gonna be good, y'all. So,
Yeah.
It's gonna be real good. Good things. Does anybody do content here? Anybody? Raise your hand a little bit higher.
You do. She does. You do.
I actually taught my mom how to do content, and I went viral. She goes viral. She makes thousands of dollars off of Facebook. So I'm not telling all her business, but telling all her business. Okay, so the person is 6'3".
She's going to go ahead and speak, but I just wanted to give in my 2 cents about this lady. I was intentional about the people that I selected for my panel today. These women that I've selected for my panel, I've watched them grow. I watched them in the field. I watched them hustle. And this phenomenal woman right here, when I say that's one of my celebrity friends, because she is really that girl on YouTube. I have watched her not only take her crafting page and grow that, but she just recently launched another YouTube channel. So I want to thank her and welcome her back to the stage, Miss Shanita Nicole.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So like I stated, I will be talking about mindset, and it's going to be about confidence and building resilience in the world of content creation, but in real life too, because I saw some hands go up. However, I want to talk about how can you change your mindset. So the thing about life is, life happens to all of us, and when these things happen to us, how can we change the way we look at things? I literally met this person I call him my guardian angel on earth. I met him at Panera when I was going through my divorce, and life was lifing. And he told me, Shanita, I know you're going through a divorce, but you have a wonderful family, you have a healthy daughter, you have all these things. And he said, you're looking at the cracks, sweetheart. What you focus on grows. And that's something that I have lived my life on. What you focus on grows. Okay? So what we're going to talk about today, I'm honored to be here. And what we're going to talk about today is the ability to change our lives by our mindset. What we think about and what we focus on and our perception of different things. But first you have to build that confidence, because everybody doesn't just have confidence. If you've seen my mom come in here, she's bubbly, she's all those things. So I luckily had someone that I could look up to that provided me with confidence, but everyone isn't so blessed, right? So this is something that we have to nurture, we have to recognize, we have to reflect on our thoughts, the thoughts that we're thinking about, why we're thinking these thoughts. I provided you guys with a piece of paper. One, at the top of it has affirmations, okay? At the bottom, there are reflection questions that you guys can take, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm kind of jumping, but I want you guys to take a look at those things, because we have to literally reframe our brain, reframe our mind, and this is something that does not happen overnight. It comes with building confidence and being resilient, because life is gonna life. Nobody is exempt, right? So I want you guys to imagine that there's a door. There's a door in front of you, right? And behind that door is your wildest dreams, it's all your heart's desires, it's joy, it's love, it's happiness, all of that, right? And you have a key in your hand. And the key is not gold or silver or brass or diamonds, if you like to bling, right? The key in your hand are your thoughts. The key in your hand is your mindset. So there's a door. Remember, we're going back to that door. And you have the key. But to be able to go ahead and unlock all those things on the other side is going to start with what you're thinking in your mind. Okay? You already have it. You didn't even know you had it. But all the things, the life that's been like, the trauma, the bad relationship, the deaths, the grieving, all the things that you've been going through, you thought you got a big bag and you looking through, you can't find that key. But you already have it. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to think about, because changing your mind can literally change your life. All right? I said it before, I'm a full-time content creator for over 4 years. Who does that? I have my master's degree in health service administration, my teacher certification. I'm on YouTube saying, welcome back, y'all. Like, what? Who does that? Who can literally make a living and pay their bills off social media, right? By God's grace, I was able to do that for 4 years. And you know why it started? It started over a decade ago when I was sitting at my job and I was like, I'm going to miss y'all. And they're like, what you talking about? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to be driving during the day. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite things to do is drive in the middle of the day and go get brunch. Get cute and get brunch. If y'all follow me on social media, I stay brunching. Okay? All the time. I go on solo days. I love it. And you know why? Because it's in the middle of the day. You supposed to be at work. And I'm driving down the freeway, listening to Glorilla. Hey. I literally created my dream life. And it started from my thoughts. The things that I thought, the things that I said. I'm not a millionaire yet, but that's going to be coming too. But if you look back over your life, I want you to sit and think about some things that you may have thought even when you were younger. And you look and you're like, I actually did that. I want you to literally really think about some things that you thought that you wanted to do that you actually did. Now, it may not be to the level of that you want, because I'm going to be a multimillionaire. I think I'm Oprah, and that's on everything I love, right? But on that level, it's some things that you have thought about, that you prayed for, that you wish for, that you worked towards, that you actually manifested. Right? We're created in his image. I'm a believer. We're created in his image. And he said it's life and death in the power of your tongue. Right? The things that we say, the things that we believe, these are the things that we literally make happen because we're created in his image. And if he can do it, then we can do it. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So, we're talking about that key. We're going to master these thoughts and literally we're going to change the narrative of our thoughts. I used to have, still working on it. I have panic, anxiety attacks. I'm anxious. These are things that are my truth, right? Mm-hmm. And how do I get over and cope and deal with and handle those different things? Is I call them mind games, y'all. Mm-hmm. People like, oh, Shanita, you weird, you crazy, and is, right? And I call them mind games. So what I do is, when negative thoughts come in my head, my granny used to tell me this when I was little. She used to say, when negative thoughts come in your head, you say, step back, devil. And my grandma, she would tell me that. And I literally, at 40 years old, I turned 40 October 3rd. At 40 years old, I literally say, step back, devil. And I think that is so important because I also read all the time. There's a book I was reading called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And in that book, it said, every thought that you have, if you start having a negative thought, do not finish that negative thought. Mm-hmm. It says you stop that negative thought in its track, and then you rewrite that negative thought. These are mindset tools that I use, and I'm like, my granny's telling me when I was little, step back, devil. That's the same thing that this author is saying. It's literally stopping that negative thought, because we all have them. We are not exempt. We are all human, going through the human experience. Nobody is, oh, how do you get to do that? Because I fight. I fight for my smile. I didn't even purposely talk about this. I didn't even talk about this. I'm actually going to talk about this on my YouTube channel. My mother is a domestic violence survivor. My biological father committed suicide. She has hair missing and different things like that. And, you know, people don't know. They're like, Shannon, how are you so happy? And, oh, your dad is this, your dad is that. My stepdad is he's my daddy, right? And I love him so much, but people don't know what you go through. They see that smile and they think, oh, you got it all together. You're so confident. People are like, oh, you're nervous. I'm like, I'm so nervous. I didn't even eat yet. And I do this, but I'm still nervous because I'm human. I'm not exempt. I'm no different than anybody else. I just push through my fear. because of the thoughts that I tell myself. Chonita, you're walking in your purpose. It's not easy. Sometimes I have horrible days, right? But I literally talk myself through it, and I speak these positive things to myself. My mom checked me one time. I'm always talking about affirmations and reading and books and all this, and you know, the strong person got to have somebody. So I called my mom and my auntie, both know they're my best friend. They know all the secrets, all the cries, right? And my mom checked me one time. She said, you always on Facebook saying all this stuff. You get on Facebook and then you acting totally different. Now, you would call me all types of things, but you're not going to call me a liar. You ain't going to call me fake. I said, you calling me fake? She was like, I'm just saying. So from that day, I vowed to myself that the positive things I was pouring into other people, that I will receive those back. I said, because you ain't about to call me fake. You can call me all types of things, but you ain't going to call me a liar. You ain't going to call me fake. You know what I'm saying? But my mama kept it real with me and let me know that you can pour all those things out, but are you taking heed of the stuff that you're saying? Right? Because what is the point of pouring in everybody else and then you can't pour into yourself? And so these are the things that I had to play these mind games with, y'all. I'm like, no, we're not about to do that. We're not going there. But as I was sitting at my desk, and I was like, oh, I'm going to miss y'all. I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. And to this day, those people are like, Chonita, you said those things. And I put in that work in those things. And I made those things happen. And I prayed. I literally bought a Bible. I left work one day early. And I bought a Bible. And I said, today my life is going to change. I'm going to do da-da-da. Anywho, it's just about how you put those things out there and how you believe those things. And then you have to put the action steps behind those things. But guess what? All of those things started with what? A thought. It started with this idea. I don't go by the rules. I don't play. I was a good girl. You guys, my mom. Oh, baby. I played all the rules. I got married, got my master's degree, had a baby. Now I'm divorced. Oh, that just did something to my soul. I said, okay, God, I'm going to go through this because this is life, but I don't want to be here for 40 years. So how am I going to go through these trials and tribulations, and what are you pulling out of me so that I can pour into other people? Because I know everything happens for a reason, Lord, and you already know the plans, but this ain't what I signed up for, right? I did all the things that society say that you do. Oh, the good little, now I'm a rule breaker. And you know, the first rule that I break is who told us all these rules that we're supposed to work this 9 to 5 and we're supposed to work for somebody else's dreams. And we're supposed to do it. Who told us this stuff? Somebody else. That's a whole nother story. Anywho, so who told us all these rules, right? And so I said, I'm about to be a rebel, but I'm going to take my rebelliousness and I'm going to help other people to break free from the cages of our thoughts. To break free from the cages of our all the thoughts that they put in us, to unlearn the things that they taught us, because that's not what my passion is, to do all those things. I thought those were the things that I wanted to do, but I want to help people. And the first person I had to help was myself. Amen. I had to think these thoughts and believe these things, because what you focus on grows. So are you going to focus on the negative things that happen to me? Oh my goodness, my dad, he did these things to me. That doesn't define me. God bless me with the best daddy in this world, right? Yes. These things, that's traumatic. It's trauma. But am I going to sit and cry every day about it? Absolutely not. What am I going to do? And how can I take control and power and starting with my mind? Because we could lose our minds. You've seen people lose their minds. Y'all know somebody in your family, something happened, and they just not right no more. We have to thank God for our minds. Yes. And the power of our minds. And while we're here and while we're able, there's people that go through dementia, they don't even remember the next day. It's like earlier that day, right? Yeah. So while we have that capability, we have to, I would say, I'm not going to let life bully me. I'm not going to let life bully me. I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to fight for my smile and for my happiness. People call it fake. People call it whatever. Guess who don't care? And yes, I'm from Dexter and Dre Road, so that's what this is. Okay. And that's on period. So we have to build this confidence in ourselves because, like I said, everybody doesn't have this confidence. This is something that you have to work on. So whether that means you have to go to therapy, you have to go to church, You have to go to a mindset coach. You have to go to and get you a good support system. I'm blessed. I'm so grateful for my support system. Everyone doesn't have that. But look at all the people that's around, right? Look at where God landed you. Look at what happened for you. You guys can create your dream life. And it may not look like mine. It'll look like yours. But once again, it all starts with your absolutely. Okay. So, I'm all off this script. But anywho, because I'm in the content creation era, I'm on YouTube, I put my business out on social media. What I want to share out there, we have something called trolls. We have people that, we have trolls in real life. We have haters. We have people that smile in your face and on your back. If I could sing, I would sing that song. But anywho, so these are things that you have to work on building your confidence, believing in yourself. And I provided you, as I stated earlier, with some affirmations. Now, I gave you guys those affirmations, and you guys can take a look at those later. You can post them up. But I want you to really actually say them. That may sound corny. Like, I'm about to say, I'm telling you this. This is what I know for sure. I read a book from Oprah. This is what I know for sure is great. This is what I know for sure. All the successful people, the people that are in places that you may want to go, they do these affirmations. And success leaves clues. So, even though it may be a little bit out of your comfort zone, it may be something different, you never grow if you're in your comfort zone anyway, right? So you have to push yourself to limits and do things that are different from what you would normally do to get different results. So I want you guys to literally take a moment. It could be, you could just say 3 times a week where you actually give yourself some affirmations when you wake up, before you go to bed. Now remember in the beginning I told you that we're rewiring our brain. These are things that's going to be uncomfortable for us. These are things that, but if you want to be better and you want to push yourself, you have to step out of your comfort zone to do some different things. So I want you to set sometimes. I even have my daughter, even when she was little, say affirmations. I do voice memos on my phone where I'll have it, instead of me listening to someone else's story and someone else's, it's me speaking to myself, to pour these things to myself in the shower, as I'm getting ready, as I'm going to bed. These things are programming our subconscious mind. And we all have a subconscious mind where we don't even know why we do certain things, right? So I want you to look at that. I also gave you guys some reflection questions, which you guys can use as journal prompts. Now, a lot of people say they don't have time to do certain things. We have time for what we make time for, right? Right? Even biblically, he says, write the vision, make it plain. I can guarantee there's so many things I write down. I put the date and I put the time. And then I look back years later and those things happen. We have the book. We have it. And we don't go by it. We get all jumbled up by life and people and social media and scrolling. And like that breath exercise was amazing. How many people have had a couple minutes to just breathe? Because we say that we're too busy. When we're really not too busy, we have to literally become disciplined. We have to become confident. And then we have to become resilient through the ebbs and flows of life so that we can keep going and trying to get what we want out of this life. Nobody's not about to come and save you. No one is coming to save you. Nobody coming to save me. I wish it. And I want to be saved. I wish somebody's coming to save me. Except Jesus. Jesus will come to save us. Disney lied, and I'm a little bit mad because that's another story. But anywho, we have to literally take life and we have to ride this thing because we do not know how long we have, right? So we have to make these conscious decisions. We have to build our own confidence. We have to be resilient through the ebbs and flows of life because it happens to all of us. Like I said, nobody is exempt. But I want you to be mindful of the words that you say to yourself, the words that you say to yourself. When you go and lay down in your bed, what are you saying to yourself? What do you say? Nobody ain't there with you. I don't care if you're married, you got kids. When you go and lay down, it's you and it's your thoughts. What are you saying to yourself? And what are you believing? Because those are the things that matter. What are you focusing on? You had a bad day? I give myself a little while to when I have a bad day. I give myself a minute because I'm going to cry. And I'm gonna go off. myself that minute, that's okay. Now, what can I do with what happened to me? Let's change his perspective of what happened to me. And if it's real bad, I may give myself a little bit longer because I'm human, right? But what are you going to do when life happens to you? How do you handle conflict? How do you handle disappointments? How do you handle domestic violence? Your life shattering. These women are sitting here beautiful. You could never imagine what these women have gone through, and many others that haven't shared their story. What are you feeding yourself? This is what you have to be mindful of, and this is what we have to master. And once you master your thoughts, you will master your life. Now, I completely went off this script, but hey, we're here. So, does anybody have any questions about social media, about mindset, mastering your mindset tips, or anything like that? Anybody want to share anything? How y'all feeling? Because I'm a real energy person, and I feel y'all right now. Like I told you before, energy does not lie. I don't care about anything else in this world. You can lie, but energy does not lie. And you can feel people. Energy. You ever come into the room and people feel uneasy? Yeah. You can feel it. You ever come to the room and you feel just loved and feel good? Yeah. It just doesn't lie. And I'm feeling real, real good today. So does anybody want to share anything? Christy, you had your hand up?
Yeah. What's one of the biggest techniques that you use to reprogram your mindset?
Whew. Okay. The biggest technique that I use to reprogram my mindset is to acknowledge what happened. I have to acknowledge what happened. I have to be real with what happened, right? So when you go through things, you have to acknowledge that it's true. One of the lies that we've heard is things are black and white. We've heard that two things can't be true as one. And I don't know if I hope I said that right. I don't know if it's because I'm a Libra and I was trying to find balance and trying to figure out, different situations and different things. I have to acknowledge what happened. And then once I acknowledge what happened, I have to say, okay, now what can I do about this? Is this something within my realm of control? Is this something that is even worth my peace? Worth my time? Oh, baby, I'm in this protecting my peace stage right now. I will literally say, I do not have the mental capacity to deal with that right now. I say that to them all the time. I'm like, honestly, today is not my day. I do not have that. I cannot. My cup is full. I don't have the mental capacity to handle that right now. So I have to literally figure out what's going on and what I can do. I also journal, write things down, and then I'll look at the pros and cons of things or whatever the situation is. But I have to acknowledge it first. No, go ahead.
We're going to take just a few more questions. And then if you ladies have any other questions, you can get with Chonita at the end. She's available for one-on-one coaching sessions as well. So we had, I believe, a question over here, and then we're going to go over there.
Sorry, I can talk.
And I'm the same way, so I'm like, I'm over here listening like, hey,
I'm sorry, somebody.
It was me. I had a question. How do you stay consistent when it comes down to posting your content?
Me and my daughter got to eat, and ain't nobody coming to save me.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I want this dream life, I got to put in the work. Because nobody is going to come and who's going to do it? I wish somebody would. Right? I wish they would. I have to, because anything that you want, you're going to work hard for it. Think about when you really wanted something. How bad do you want it? You say you want it, but you're not for real about it. So you got to put that pep in yourself. You got to put the work in. So that's what it is. People say they want things and y'all don't really want it. But if you don't have no other way, I got laid off. I'm going to go. I got laid off. And when I got laid off, my grandma was a master seamstress, may she rest in peace. I had started making some shirts. I had a Cricut machine. I started making some shirts. And I saw people putting stuff, and I made a planner from Canva. And I'm like, people putting this stuff on YouTube. Let me make a YouTube video. I got monetized in 2.5 months on YouTube, and I've been getting money ever since. And once I got that little bit of money, all you gotta give me is just a little bit. And then I said I'm extra, right? I'm gonna go hard because I don't want to go back. So if I don't want to go back, I gotta feed my daughter. My ex-husband is a great father. He lives in Georgia. He ain't here. So I gotta feed my kid. So to brunch in the middle of the day and I want to take a nap in the middle of the day, I got to put that video out. The video literally is playing right now. What time is it? It's playing on my YouTube as I'm right here. You got to put that work in. Nobody's going to come and save you. I had sleepless nights. I cried. I doubted myself. I was over there nervous to come up here, but I did it anyway.
She did it anyway.
And that's all I got. I love y'all. This was some of the speech that I gave. I tried to keep the meat and potatoes, even though I took a little bit of it out. And it's funny because you can see the lady stopping me as I'm walking off. She actually says she watches me every single day on YouTube. Anywho, I love y'all. Hope you enjoyed the video.